interesting session that we have for you. Today we're going to be talking about business process automation by UiPath. This seminar is brought to you by INGRAM Micro, the largest distributor of IT value-added solutions worldwide. We're going to be focusing our conversation today on the healthcare industry and how through UiPath solutions, including robotic process automation, of course, you can leverage automation of an industry that is in high urgency to automate many of its processes. As you know, insurance claim and, of course, patient care it's very important to provide a differentiated experience to consumers and, of course, simplify the process for the providers. So with UiPath solutions, you can bring this value to your customers and help them be more efficient and, of course, more profitable. Our agenda for today, we're going to be talking about automation in the healthcare industry, some trends, some heat maps, all of the process on a healthcare experience for a consumer, how INGRAM Micro Hyper Automation Professional Services can help you start automating without the need to develop the skills first. It's a very interesting opportunity for you as an INGRAM Micro business partner and, of course, a UiPath business partner. We're going to be talking about demand generation, how the workflow works for you, and some tips and, of course, recommendations for you to start generating demand. By the way, this program is going on transformation, I would say. That's the word that describes it. We have very interesting news ahead for you. We're going to be delivering more sessions, how to sell. We're going to go in depth on how to sell UiPath solutions and, of course, how to create demand with some extra materials, a demand generation kit that is being renewed and will be delivered for you in one of our upcoming seminars. So stay tuned. I will address this later with you, but stay tuned for the next series of webinars brought to you by INGRAM Micro and UiPath. So before we continue, if you have any question or comment, please feel free to write it down on the chat window of this session. I'm reading the chat window right in front of me. So if you have any question, write it down. I'll stop right there on the spot, address your comments, and then continue with our conversation. Next, I'm going to suspend the use of my webcam for the remainder of our session so we can focus our attention on the slide that I have for you today. So, well, let's continue. Let's get into some trends and, of course, describe how important it is to automate processes on the healthcare industry. Of course, all of healthcare institutions are focused on improving patient experience. It's all about consumer experiences on every industry. All of the corporations are looking to deliver an optimized, more personalized, customized user experience for its patients. In this case, in the healthcare industry, patient access is one of the things that are of healthcare institutions are trying to improve, provide multiple channels to welcome its patients, provide an expedited access to healthcare services. So providing multiple points of care options such as telehealth, remote monitoring, in-home visits, it's a must for healthcare institutions. Also become more affordable, reduce all of that non-value added work and administrative burden related to having to perform one or twice or three times the same process, filling different formats, even by hand, write it down on paper, or working through different information systems. All of that burdening administrative task needs to be reduced in order to be more affordable to consumers and, of course, put the consumer at the center of it all, providing online self-service options for scheduling, accessing results, and, of course, having conversations with the caregiver. So organizations need to deliver world-class quality healthcare, creating, by, for example, interoperability, reducing manual data transfer between information systems, or even from paper-based processes into information systems and then to another information systems. All of that need to be reduced by at least 40 to 50%. Minimize clinical burnout, improving, of course, physician satisfaction. It's very important to have the providers, the physicians, and all of the administrative team and nurses involved in the healthcare process to be focused on what they do best, which is provide health services, instead of having them to fill many, many formats and doing it by hand. Of course, improve care quality, reducing errors. The more manual process involved in the healthcare service for a patient, the more they are prone to errors, human errors, or data transformation errors between information systems. Reducing errors is critical for healthcare organizations, and of course, if they can be automated using robots, robotic process automation powered by artificial intelligence, that's of course a thing that all of healthcare institutions are looking for to deploy on their healthcare process business map. And of course, reducing costs. Everything that can be automated can reduce the TCO of the whole healthcare process for the business, and of course increase compliance for patients, for example, in insurance claim, reducing errors in insurance claim, making sure that patients get the insurance coverage they need for the services they are receiving. So from the provider point of view, it's very important to simplify patient access and, of course, verify ahead of time insurance verification, scheduling patients on an automated basis, and, of course, simplifying the patient onboarding process that in some organizations can take more than an hour to intake, to onboard a patient into the hospital. Of course, improve care delivery by automating charge capture and coding, by automating some of parts of the documentations, and of course, lab and radiology triaging. It can be automated by robots transforming or communicating information from one I would say radiology equipment into the information systems using robots. Of course, increasing the revenue and optimizing the revenue cycle with automating prior authorizations, insurance claim posting, and of course patient payment posting. All of these are very critical processes from the provider point of view to improve and of course make the hospital, the healthcare institution more profitable, and of course with better reputation from its customers. And of course the practice management, staffing and scheduling clinical physicians, giving the hospital or healthcare institution regulatory and compliance, better reporting, and of course P&L reporting, optimized and automated from different information systems. So as this slide says, a Becker survey of healthcare executive and leaders showed consensus on one investment priority for the next years, I would put it in plural, which is addressing provider workforce challenges. These issues include mental health for the physicians, reduce clinical burnout, and of course, reduce, staffing shortages by scheduling ahead of times. So from the payer's point of view, claims management, of course, from the payer's point of view, they need to be able to being taken into the healthcare institution in order with insurance pre-validated, and of course be able to post the claim for the insurance, and the claim will proceed as it should for the payers. Of course, from the payers, care management and behavioral health is a must to be able to have physicians that will take care of them, that are fresh, that are equipped with tools that automate the healthcare process, and of course be able to provide the management. So from the payer, I have a larger picture for you here, able to provide multi-channel intakes, member eligibility validations. All of these are processes that could be automated, that should be automated inside the healthcare institution. Claims management is very important from the payers, care management, behavioral health, and by payers I refer to the patients and of course to the insurance institutions. They need to be able to audit claims and of course validate claims and pay of course only claims that gets pre-validated and that are compliant with the insurance policy terms and conditions. So they should be able to provide management for the health providers and of course automate contact center functions for the patients that receive a better, a more personalized experience by, chatting with an AI-assisted robot that is able to bring information back and forth from the information systems at the healthcare institution, reducing the time to be serviced and, of course, provide better information to the patients. From the provider point of view, well, of course, also patient access is very important. Simplify the process, reduce those duplicated forms that must be filled at the triage and then at the access to the hospital. And many times these forms are filled in manually and have to be typed into an information system. So all of those tasks need to be optimized, need to be automated, and there is no better tool on the market today in the healthcare industry than UiPath, which has the largest experience and of course the largest amount to process automated for almost every function inside the healthcare institutions from any point of view, the payers or the providers point of view. Everything can be automated, and of course, well, automating is a huge task. It's a huge challenge for any institution. I'm going to show you next the process heat map. This is almost every process involved in the healthcare service providing to a single customer. So from finance, actuarial analysis, content management, quote management. I'm just reading the first row here, but as you can see here, there are many processes involved in any healthcare service provided by a healthcare institution, and I'm showing you here the ones that had the highest automation potential, the medium automation potential, or even those processes that are not well suited to be automated. But every process could be automated a certain percentage. But what I'm going to show you here is that, of course, it's impossible to automate every process immediately. But with UiPath, you can start automating process by process, helping healthcare organizations to tackle all of those inefficiencies related to using multiple and trying to integrate multiple information systems, or also trying to cope with many manual paper-based processes. And well, this is I would say a multi-year contract that you can land with any organization, trying to focus first on those highly automatable processes, and of course with the help of UiPath framework of solutions, add with INGRAM micro hyper automation professional services, you can start automating your customers right away. And well, this is a huge business opportunity to help you expand your business, your market reach to healthcare organizations, and of course provide for you incremental and recurrent revenue for many years to come. Because once a healthcare organization starts automating one process, it will continue over to the next and the next and the next. And as you can see here, these are many, there's a lot of processes involved with every patients that receive healthcare services from a hospital or a healthcare organization. I have some use cases for you that I'm going to show you. For example, UiPath helped clients reduce average handling time by 20% with less than 1 day turnaround. The challenge was that patients are required to receive education within 30 days of all procedures. The educational materials are available on a new web portal, Mytonomy, commonly known as My Learning Center. Many registered nurses, advanced practice nurses, and physician assistants register patients, of course, and assign education for general admitting and surgical procedures. Through an average, more or less than 400 requests are received daily. Team members are only able to register 150. So as you can see here, a big inefficiency is noticeable at first hand. With intense, of course, manual efforts to try to cope with the 400 requests received daily. This delays patient admissions and contributes to canceled or delayed procedures. And of course, every canceled procedure means the business is losing customers. The solution for it is to deliver automation by leveraging a UiPath robot to execute processes daily using its core RPA, robotic process automation capabilities, and collaborate with patient experience and business intelligence teams to re-engineer and streamline processes to increase efficiency and productivity. With that, using UiPath's RPA capabilities to automate business processes, this healthcare institution was able to reduce by 20% the average handling time with less than a day turnaround, saving more than 44,000 human hours per year with a potential gain of more than $2 million per year. And of course, the most valuable thing of it all is improving customer satisfaction, because it will generate customer loyalty and of course new customers that will come to this healthcare institution. So that's the power of RPA. I have another use case for you. UiPath, how it helped client cost reduction by 47% on a gastro health practice with 194 clinicians. This practice was spending 45 minutes to 1 hour per day generating pathology letters. The e-clinician navigation and learning creation process was over 55 clicks to end. Very, very large process. And of course, the customer application workflow was in consideration due to compliance needs. More than $200,000 plus 4 months of development was planned to deliver that customer application workflow. The solution for it was to post adjustments at the encounter level, primarily for self-pay balances and adjustments, applying action codes at the encounter level, including encounter code, action code, and text comments, as well as importing order data as needed, identifying work items. That's what the robot was able to perform at the encounter level, such as mapping insurance eligibility, to remove account from collections, opening claims. So that enabled that automation for this gastro health practice, enable it to reduce by 40% the average handling time, and of course reduce by 47%, equivalent to more than $2 million per year in cost, in I would say duplicated manual performed tasks that was making this gastro health practice very, very inefficient. Another use case for you, and well, there are thousands of use cases. I just have a few to show you. This was related to COVID-19 that enabled an organization to reduce its average handling time by 50%, increasing diagnosis accuracy, reducing false COVID-19 positive diagnosis, and of course increasing patient care from this, of course, COVID-19 related undetected pneumonia instead of COVID. Another resolution of unprocessed claims backlogs. This, of course, was related to denied American insurance claims process by the payer, but marked unpayable for patients. Revenue cycle analysis process denials for ANSI 16 and 119 remarks codes daily as frequent as capacity, human capacity, allows. M119 claims are denied due to missing or invalid national NDC, National Drug Code, inner outer codes for medications. So that was a huge problem. A lot of insurance claims denied. The solution for it was to deliver unattended automation using UiPath robot to execute process daily using its core, of course, RPA capabilities to automate business processes. This bot will be an extension of the existing denial ANSI 16 and 30 bot with additional tasks that will ensure that all of the information is flowing correctly between back and forth from the insurance claim application. So that benefited on more than 28,000 potential gain, 14 million revenue paying in M119 denials claims per year, more than 839 hours saved per year, and of course, reduction of more than 5% in rework related to human errors. There are many use cases in which UiPath can provide value to your customers in the healthcare industry, increasing gains, reducing average handling time, reducing human errors, and of course increasing patient, in this case, satisfaction for the healthcare services provided by the institution. I have one last business use case here for you. And as you can see here, RPA capabilities within UiPath, and of course, UiPath's experience in the healthcare industry, which is unique. There are no other competitor on the market today with experience in the healthcare industry, such as UiPath has to offer for your customers. And of course, UiPath is the leader in, of course, process automation on the market. Today, I'm showing you here the 2023 Gartner Magic Quadrant for robotic process automation, in which you can see UiPath located at the top of it all. Of course, there are other solutions on the market today, but UiPath has the largest background of success stories in the healthcare industry, matched by none other manufacturer of RPA solutions on the market today. I have for you a video that has a quick demo. I'm going to show you that video next. Let me just switch into the video of what UiPath can perform on the healthcare industry. Let me just bring this to the screen here, and let me just play this video for you. Okay, here it goes.
In this demonstration, you will observe how a medical coder, with the help of a bot and natural language processing, can more accurately code a claim faster than manually reading through the documentation. This allows claims to be coded with increased accuracy, less errors, submitted to insurance companies at a faster rate, reduces delays and denials due to incorrect coding, thereby increasing cash flow to the organization. Watch now as the bot logs into an EMR and searches for the patient. The bot navigates to the patient's chart and extracts and displays the clinical data in a pop-up text box. The NLP-based algorithm will now recommend ICD-10 codes to the coder based on the documentation or clinical note associated with the visit. The clinical notes and the proposed ICD-10 codes are now organized into a pop-up window so the coder can review without having to toggle through multiple screens. At this point, the coder will check the correct code or codes and hit submit. Emma's average handling time is reduced by 35%. The robot has reduced denied claims due to coding errors by 75%. Reduction in AHT and coding errors enhances cash flow by 25%. Emma is more efficient and productive, which improves overall patient and provider satisfaction.
Well, as you see here, put this and let me just shrink this and take it away from the screen. Okay, so as you see here on this video, RPA capabilities in UiPath solutions can help reduce human errors, reduce average handling time. As you know, coding, errors in coding is one of the main causes for insurance claim denials to patients, and of course produces a lot of rework and in some cases the inability to provide insurance to patients that are of course that should of course be able to receive from the insurance institution. Through UiPath RPA capabilities to automate business processes, coding becomes a good, very sweet experience to providers, to the persons in charge of onboarding the patients. They receive help from the robot, and of course, as you saw on this example, it's very easy to create an automated flow with all of the graphical tools from UiPath. Of course, it's appropriate to tell you that this is a low coding platform. That means that very few lines of code needs to be written down in order to create an RPA flow for consumers, and also RPA capabilities in UiPath is able to even recognize fields on a paper-based form, and from those fields recognize writing. Of course, some writing capabilities are required to be clear enough for the robot to recognize the writing, but the robot can take information from a piece of paper and then transform that into a form that can be inserted into another process. Those are a few of the capabilities, of course, that UiPath provide for healthcare institutions. Now, of course, you might be thinking, well, it's very interesting, but how can I start delivering automation to my customers right away? Because, of course, RPA in the healthcare industry is one of the fastest growing tendencies on the market today. Almost every healthcare institution, if you show these capabilities, will, of course, immediately want to hire your services. But how can you start providing automation right away? Well, it's time to talk about HPS at Ingram Micro, the Hyper Automation Professional Services Division, which is a huge amount of engineers ready to help you start delivering UiPath automation to your customers. I have another video for you that I'm going to show you. Let me just switch again to the video and bring this video up to screen for you. So let me play it for you so you get to know a little bit more about HPS.
Here's a short presentation about our team, the Hyper Automation Professional Services, or HPS, under Ingram Micro. We provide a wide range of services that can help you in your automation journey, which I will touch on in a bit. For now, I'd like to start with a quick backgrounder on HPS. Here's our own hyper-automation journey so far. We began on 2018, and to start, we only had access to limited use cases and limited product lines for automation, primarily as a UiPath-centric outfit. But we made good use of what we had, and on 2020, we began to see volume picking up, especially with our GBS customers in both Sofia and Manila. And on 2021, we were able to expand our coverage to other in-country partners. And it was during this time that we began to see the potential value of providing professional services beyond our current scope, and seeing Ingram Micro partners such as yourselves as great sources of opportunity for HPS. So later on in the year, we started to lay the groundwork for what would become our current model, which is offering professional services to Ingram Micro's top partners. We officially executed this plan on 2022, and ever since then, we've stayed faithful to the strategy of going to the market, landing customers, and then building more business with each customer, with the express goal of providing top quality work and focusing on getting repeat customers to maximize profitability. We also spent most of 2023 beefing up our own capabilities, no longer just focusing on automation, we started to offer, among others, process mining, task mining, and AI-related capabilities. We have also since then branched out to other automation platforms being offered by other leaders in this space, like Microsoft. And that's where we are today. Here are several key reasons for partnering with us. You will have access to our professional resources on an on-demand basis. For now, we can offer support for the full business week of 24/5. Our current Center of Excellence was built with in-house resources, which makes us a prime choice for trusting us with helping you build yours. You have options here. This could be a COE that you have complete control over, or it can be a hybrid setup where the HPS pod team works with your pod team to deliver the book of work for your client. Obviously, by partnering with us, you get to reduce your training costs as the manpower you get from us are all fully trained and fully certified. And then the delivery model that we use is logically structured and very sustainable. That includes a practice framework, project management, and product portfolio that will match your requirements. And of course, you can rest assured that the solutions we provide your business will be scalable for integration with other products. That's part of the forward-thinking mindset that we have. UiPath is, as you might already know, one of the leading automation platforms in the industry at the moment. And we made sure to get the most out of our partnership with UiPath to enhance the products and services that HPS offers to its clients. So basically, there is a lot to like within the UiPath ecosystem. Our team members can accomplish a lot with its low-code platform that includes RPA, app development, intelligent document processing, and more. And it certainly helps that UiPath is the largest vendor by revenue, and they also have an excellent capability to execute based on a wide array of customer requirements. Through all of this, our team is also able to utilize the dynamic partner ecosystem that resulted in UiPath's success. You get to see this in resources found in the partner portal, solutions in UiPath public forums, and of course, the vast number of products and services that you can find in the UiPath marketplace. We offer different packages depending on what the customer might need. Let me start with our fastback services. Basically, these are pre-made packages for clients that do not know exactly where to start with automation. From workshop all the way to scale up, each offering provides incrementing value that you will find in detail at a later slide. But for a high-level overview, workshop is going to be the best package to start with if you want our team to work with yours to start discovering automation opportunities within your processes. Through workshop, we'll be able to help you define your digital transformation journey from your perspective. We can identify the automation potential for each process, and then we can make suggestions on which ones to prioritize based on benefits to your organization. For Jumpstart, we call this the minimum viable product, or MVP. It's all about automating a simple process for delivery in about 2 weeks. This package is meant to show your organization what an automation project can do for you. It is easy to develop and easy to deliver, to give your stakeholders an appreciation of the potential benefits of automation. In limited scenarios, we can also offer proof of concepts for your client. Basically, we automate a process that is simple, but the output would have a big impact on the stakeholders day-to-day. For Starter Plus, Enablement, and Scale Up, these packages are similar to Jumpstart in terms of delivery. The only difference is the number of processes that we will automate for you across an increasing span of time. For Starter Plus, we can automate 3 simple processes in 20 days. For Enablement, we'll do 5 simple processes in 55 days. And for Scale Up, we'll deliver 10 processes that are a combination of simple and medium complexity in 60 days. As for product-based pre-configured packages, these relate to Microsoft platform-based automations for now, and details will be made available on demand. Flexible service management caters to clients that already have a leg up in their automation journeys and know what to do and what they want. Certain situations call for certain resources to be deployed, and that's where this offering shines. Some projects you only need a project manager, Sometimes you only need 1 or 10 developers, and some days you need the whole project team to support you. As with the name, we made sure to make this offering as flexible as can be. If you're just here for maintenance, we can do that. We can also do implementation support just in case you need an extra set of hands to get a project through a tight deadline. We can do that as well. We can also offer consultants in the form of a technical resource or a PMO resource depending on your needs. We just need to be onboarded about a month before the actual need date just to be sure we get enough exposure with the project to be effective. We now go to the capability slide. As you might have already guessed, we can offer end-to-end support for you. In Discovery, we identify what processes are ripe for automation. We can also help you identify operational challenges that might be hindering your team from achieving maximum potential. We can propose a solution that can be in the form of an automation project or even a dashboard plus automation solution. We can also integrate artificial intelligence and machine learning elements to make it more useful for you. And then, depending on what we find in Discovery, we can then create project documents like the Business Requirement Documents, or BRD. And once the BRD is approved, we can go ahead and perform the actual solution development. Just in case you don't have a maintenance team already in place, HPS can cover that as well and take care of projects that have been implemented either by us or a third-party development team. We also offer license management, wherein we go in and evaluate what licenses you have and make sure that you're utilizing them efficiently. It is highly probable that organizations may know how to use these licenses, but HPS can help ensure that these licenses are used at their full potential. Like, for example, making use of smart scheduling where robots go through their 24 hours by performing different tasks in series and with minimal downtime. For end-to-end COE, again, if there is a need to create a center of excellence within your business, we can definitely help you with that because of our experience creating our own. We can deploy a pod team to be integrated into yours. It can be composed of a project manager, a business analyst, and a developer. And whatever processes needs doing, that same group will be available to deliver the project alongside your team. Also, as I said before, we can merge that team with your pod team if in case you already have one existing and work on the delivery together. For partner enablement, our staff is composed of expert-level professionals who can help your team get trained on specialized skills and certifications. We have ready-made training modules on offer to help with this. We can also help you upgrade your UiPath partnership tier if that's something that you want to pursue. We can help you train the necessary resources to hit UiPath's requirements to level up your tier by providing you the necessary materials as well as offering a classroom training setting for your team members. This slide is basically here just to show you that we do a lion's share of work with UiPath and all of its product offerings, but it is by no means an indication of what we can do as a whole. Basically, like I alluded to at the beginning, we started off with UiPath, but we were able to branch out to other platforms at this point, making us platform agnostic with our offerings, and we found great success by transitioning that way. This is just a helpful slide to show you the differences of each package being offered. Again, with the workshop, this is the process discovery phase. This is where we engage with your business and process leads to identify challenges, identify solutions, and then help you decide prioritization plans for each solution. And then for Jumpstart, Starter Plus, Enablement, and Scale-Up packages, you can see delivery details like inclusions, resources that you have access to, and the timelines. Just a nice supplementary slide for your reference. These following slides are all just the different services that we offer, but with more detail. You'll be able to browse through these at your own leisure after we send over a copy of this deck. And that brings us to the end of the presentation. If you want to know more about the team, please scan the QR code or visit our website at hyperautomationps.ingrammicrogbs.com. Thank you very much for listening and have a great day.
Okay, so let me just stop this video.
Here's a short presentation.
And we are back at the presentation. So as you see here, you have everything you need to start expanding your market reach into the healthcare hyper-automation business processes. You have customers with urgent needs to automate, to improve efficiency, to reduce burnout, to reduce stress, to integrate information systems and reduce human errors. You have the leader on the healthcare industry, which is UiPath, and of course you have the help of the HPS division at Ingram Micro that can enable your business to start delivering automation to your customers right away. So let's continue. We're going to review a little bit about the HPS. Why Ingram Micro? Well, as you saw in the video, I'm not going to be redundant about this. You have everything you need to reduce your training costs, reduce staffing, start providing automation right away with the HPS division, with access to specialists, the ability to scale almost limitless with the help of the HPS division. You can have immediately all of the human skills, all of the skills required to start automating, to start discovering your customers, the automation, the business process automation opportunities, and start delivering RPA-enabled solutions to automate their business processes with UiPath. Why partner with Ingram Micro and HPS? Well, you get access to a defined practice framework, customized SKU and end-to-end delivery model. You can start delivering robotic automation as a service with the help of Ingram Micro HPS, and of course increase your automation delivery, becoming a more strategic partner with Ingram Micro. Even if you get enabled, if you go to all of the partner enablement, you can start co-working, partnering with Ingram Micro in future automation services. HPS Services helps you through the discovery, development, maintenance, license management, end-to-end with the Center of Excellence and Training. This you saw in the video, that's why I'm going so fast. We're just reviewing the main points. You have flexible services management, enablement, healthcare checks, joint development offering. You can offer fast-pack services, the workshop, the jumpstart, the started plus, the enablement, the scale-up, and of course, deliver proof of concept to your customers. Through the flexible services, management and enablement, healthcare checks, implementation support, and a joint offering. All of this you saw on the video. We're just going to the main points of the video again for you. This is the fast-pack services from the workshop to the jumpstart to the startup plus, the enablement, and of course the scale-up. All of these packages includes more and more hours, more and more resources, more and more deliverables to your customers. In the discovery process, well, you can help with the help of HPS, help your customers determine the targeted business outcomes, create and validate, analyze the process blueprint, identify digitalization use cases, build sprint plans to start automating processes. Remember, it's a huge, a very big challenge, a multi-year engagement with your customers that need to start with the most valuable processes to be automated, and of course the processes that can be automated faster so you can start deliver quick wins for your customers. So I have a survey here. Let me just bring the survey on the chat, the survey link. You can also of course scan the QR code in this slide, which is the one that appeared on the video. I'm going to post it on our chat window. Let me just bring the chat here because I changed my screen. Let me just bring the chat back here with me. Okay, I'm going to post it on the chat window so you can just click on the link that I just pasted here for you to get more information about the HPS division. Now let's switch into how to generate demand. Remember, what I told you at the beginning of our session today, this is all of this program is changing. You're going to be invited to future sessions in which we will go deeper into how to sell, more industry trends, more insights on how to deliver the message to the different type of C roles involved, CEO, CFO, the CIO, etc., to the decision makers. And also you will be invited to another session on how to create demand, in which you will go deeper into the concepts that we're going to review next. And also you will receive a reworked digital marketing kit for you that will be delivered in one of the future 2 sessions that you're going to be invited. Don't miss them. It's very important for you to be there. If you are, of course, thinking about going into automating business processes with UiPath, it's very important your presence there, so you get all of the resources and the best information updated to the day. So there are 4 types of activities to generate demand: creating online events, of course, email marketing campaigns and social media network campaigns, and of course using the same old but reliable outcall telephone campaigns for reaching your customers. Let's talk a little bit more about online events, how to generate demand with online events, some tips before the event, during the event, and after the event. Let's go into before the event. Well, you need to choose a topic within UiPath that is of interest to your audience. In this case, for example, healthcare business process automation. We recommend to invite your audience 10 days before the session and send reminders and call them if possible, all of the participants, to make sure that they will attend. Remember that only a percentage of the invitees will be joining your session, so you need to make sure that percentage is as high as possible. You must select the speaker carefully. It must be very clear. The speaker must use a language that the audience understands. Of course, it's very important to define if the session is going to be technical oriented, or is going to be business oriented, or finance oriented, to have the speaker that, of course, uses the same kind of words to deliver the message. It's very different to hear a highly technical speaker deliver it's a conference than to hear a very business oriented speaker. You must be very careful to select the right person to deliver the right message. And of course, use visually appealing emails where you put your brand and UiPath at the top, clearly recognizable, and have your presenters familiarize with themselves with the meeting tool. As you know, there are many meeting tools such as WebEx, Teams, Zoom, and other meeting platforms on the market today. It's very important that your speakers are very fluidly in knowledge of how the tool works, and of course always have a support person present on the meetings to help in case of any technical problem with the attendees to the conference. So during the online, well, select the tool for your presentation. You could use, of course, PowerPoint, or use Canva or some other tool like it. Invite with a registration form. That's very important, so you know who to expect, and also gather additional information of the audience that you're going to be having during the conference. Send calendar invitations so that they are saved in the participants' agenda on the calendar. Avoid rescheduling. If you define a date, never change that date, because it will cause confusion, and of course it will be worse, because you will end up having no one at the conference because of the confusion that you will generate. It's preferable to have a conference with 5 attendees than to have a conference with no one attending and 5 people that are, of course, disgusted with your change of dates. Before the end of the session, send your participants a survey, like the one I shared with you a few minutes ago. If you need information from them, make sure it's a few slides before the session, so everyone has time to fill in the survey. I have a question here on the chat from Eric. Okay, you joined a little bit late. Will we get a link to this recording? I'm not sure, Eric, if the recording is going to be available. We'll have a survey at the end. You can ask on the survey, on your comments, if it's going to be available. But what I can tell you, Eric, is that there's going to be sessions on the future, 2 more sessions for you, in which we will go deeply into these concepts. Remember, this program is being updated, so stay in touch, Eric. You will be receiving emails to join the future sessions. It's very important for you and everyone, of course, to be on the next sessions in which we will go deeper into how to sell and how to create demand. And of course, you will receive a digital marketing kit, very interesting, with a lot of resources, so you can start your marketing campaigns right away. So I'll continue. Before the end of the session, remember the satisfaction survey, then copy the links, of course, of the survey into the chat window, so they don't have to transcribe them, like the one I pasted for you on this chat a few minutes ago. You need a moderator, technical support who could assist users who have problems connecting with audio, etc. There's always 1 or 2 persons experiencing problems. It's very important to have a moderator, so the speaker do not have to change its focus to solving technical issues instead of delivering the message to the audience. And well, record your session, and if it's recorded, make them available on a future email for your customers. After the event, send the recording if it's being recorded, and well, send a thank you email to those who came, and of course the recording to those who didn't. Call all the potential customers, especially those who said they were interested at the beginning of the session. My voice, I'm reading another, I stopped because I'm reading another comment from Eric. My voice reminds me of Joaquim de Almeida. Okay. I'm not sure what that means, Eric, but okay. Develop a script for the calls to make sure you always ask them the same question and take note of the answers. This step is very important, to have a script prepared for calling the customers after the event. If you organize a workshop, okay, it's very important. If you deliver the 3-day workshop to onboard executives, determined with the executive, with your business, the targeted business outcomes, create, of course, and validate and analyze a process blueprints with the executive from the organization. Identify the most processes, the most prone to digitize processes within your business, within your customers, organization, and of course, help your customers build the sprint plans. It's very important to help your customers have a vision, create with them during the workshop an idea, interview all of the stakeholders, and of course, have a prioritization exercise with your customers. Some useful tools for generating events. For the delivery, well, Cisco WebEx, Teams, Zoom, also Kahoot, which is a very interesting tool to use at the end of the session with questions, and of course you can give some kind of prizes to the finalists, the first, second, and third places after the Kahoot. It's a very fun tool to use to make sure that the audience got the message right, and of course give some prizes to those who respond faster. For the surveys, well, you have SurveyMonkey, Constant Contact, MailChimp for email campaigns, and SurveyGizmo, very interesting tools for delivering surveys. Also, you have Teams, you have Forms within the Microsoft universe. You have Google Forms also in the Google ecosystem. that you can use to deliver surveys for your customers. Also, you can deliver polls here in WebEx, for example. You can deliver polls, and for your presentations, well, Canva is a very powerful tool for delivering media-rich, very visual appealing presentations. And for your contents, well, the digital demand generation kit that you will receive, the renewed version in a few sessions ahead. So be waiting for that. It's a very useful tool, a very useful kit for you to generate your contents with the UiPath image and, of course, your company's image. You have success stories, all of the information about the products, and also the information about HPS. You will receive that on the how to create demand session that will come later on next date for you. Remember, join, don't miss those sessions. They are very important for you. For email campaigning, well, define the theme of the campaign, and of course, let me go back. You will receive the digital demand generation kit that we have created for you to help you create email templates to deliver very visual appealing, I would say, differentiated emails. It's very important to create emails that capture your customers' attention. Remember, your customers receive hundreds of emails per day, so you need to be different, deliver an email that will capture their attention, and of course make them get interested in the product that you are selling, which is in this case is business process automation with UiPath. Talk about the use cases that are relevant for your customers. Of course, in the demand generation kit that you will receive, we have created a lot of assets with different industries like healthcare, and feel free to only use those you believe will be of interest for your customers. Remember, automation is an urgent need in many other industries, many other verticals, not just the healthcare. For example, insurance, in the finance, in the manufacturing verticals. All of those industries are in urgent need of automating business processes, and you will receive information for all of the verticals to help you get into those verticals with the help, of course, of INGRAM Micro Hyper Automation Professional Services. For the outcall campaigns, well, to generate demand, there are two ways to complete this effort. Of course, the first is use your internal staff, and the second is to use a call center. In both ways, of course, a call center can help you scale up the amounts of calls that you can deliver per day compared to using your internal resources. But anyway, in both ways, you need to deliver a good idea, a situation, an idea to deliver the message, how it works, with benefits, promotions from your company in case your customers reach you right away. For example, be able to evaluate their interest through some qualification questions. For example, if they are if they think they can be optimized their business processes with automation, if they have the budget, if they have really the need to automate 1, 2, or 3 of the main processes, and of course conclude the call with a follow-up in case your staff determines that there's a big future opportunity. Take note of the candidate's interests and the answers they give to the questions you ask, and keep track of the number of calls you make to each contact so you can later draw your own statistics. For social media, well, social media, you can, of course, use the digital demand generation kit that you're going to receive to post on your social media feeds, on your social media access accounts like Google, LinkedIn, X, Instagram, Facebook for your company. You must, of course, be very careful to deliver the right message through the right channel for your customers. For LinkedIn, for example, you must specify the profile of your ideal candidate. If you're going to pay for your campaigns, have sponsored campaigns in Google or LinkedIn, it's very important to profile the customers that you are reaching to in order to generate the right message and deliver it to the right, I would say, eyes that are going to be looking for your sponsored ads on the different channels you can use for deliver the message. In general, for corporate campaigns, use LinkedIn or even Google. With Google, you can create a search term for phrase campaigns. You must analyze, of course, the keywords. For example, healthcare, automation, patient experience, etc. You must analyze the keywords. If you have never done Google campaigns before, well, we recommend you get advice from an expert. There is a lot of marketing agencies on the market today that can help you design and deliver a sponsored campaign on Google. You will need a landing page, of course, extra for all of those clicks that are going to be generated from Google to go into your company's website. Some other tips after the campaigns, of course, you will get a lot of clicks. I hope so, that you will get a lot of clicks, because this is a very fast emerging trend in all of the industries today. So be ready to call all of your candidates and make the qualifying question for them to know the level of propensity they have to purchase an automating solution from UiPath and, of course, your company. It's very important that the content is clear and, of course, it communicates the messages you want to convey for your customers. For creating your campaign, this is an example 7-week campaign with a proposed workflow for a digital delivered campaign. 3 weeks for an email campaign. The first is to capture the attention. The second is to deliver the message, to help the customers realize if there is value in what you are proposing, deliver your value proposition. And the third is to get information of those candidates interested that you will, of course, invite to a webinar or to a workshop. On week 5, send them a reminder of the webinar or workshop. And on week 6, deliver the event that you were planning to deliver. And on week 7, of course, start the follow-up of all of the customers that are interested in what you have to offer, in this case, business process automation. So you will receive a digital demand generation kit. It's being updated at this moment with fresh information, a lot of more resources for you. You will receive them on one of the future sessions. Be, of course, on the look of your email inbox for the next invitations. For the next seminar we're going to have is the how to sell, in which we will go deeper into some industry trends, and of course how to deliver the message to the right stakeholder in your client's organization. And after the how to sell, we will bringing in to you the how to create demand for UiPath solutions, in which you will receive the updated demand generation kit that has a lot of resources like email templates, like the one you are watching here, infographics, of course, all of the image you need to design and deliver, social media campaigns, to deliver everything. There's a lot of resources, suggestions on how to deliver the campaign. All of that you will receive on your demand generation kit on the following sessions. Don't miss them. If you are thinking about going into hyper automation of business processes, be present for the next. And well, lastly, I have a last survey for you. Please take a couple of minutes to scan the QR code that I'm showing you here, or click on the link that I pasted on the chat window for you. We value very much your feedback. Remember, it's very important for INGRAM Micro and UiPath to know you better, in order to know how to help you better grow your business and start getting into this emerging trend, which is a huge business opportunity for you in the business process automation with RPA assisted solutions from UiPath. So I think that's all that I have for you today. I hope that the information that I delivered for you is of use for you to get you into new markets or get faster into markets that you're already into right now, which is the healthcare industry, the automation of business processes in the healthcare industry. So take a couple of minutes to fill in the survey, and I'm going to stay here just for a few more minutes to answer any question that you might have. But thank you again for being here, and hope to see you soon on the following sessions that we have for you on how to sell and how to create demand for UiPath solutions, and of course with the help of INGRAM Micro HPS division available for you. So have a nice one, and of course be very successful selling automation in the healthcare industry. Bye-bye.